Disaster class is the term for it, Jamie. Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. We are here. We are live. It is the Global Cup. This TV, by the way, I don't know what it is about the power saving settings. It feels like it goes off every 2 minutes. Anyway, we're live and loud, guys. Today has been a wild day in the world of Sorare Global Cup. Never mind the World Cup. So many things have changed on the leaderboards. So many players have disappointed and showed up. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I cannot wait to hear from all of you guys in the live chat to see who you played, who you didn't play. I want to hear about all of it. I want to hear how well you're doing on the leaderboards. And also, we can now have a wee peek into the 23 for the Global Cup 3001 Private League, and we'll maybe see if we can see any green shoots, any Celtic teams that might come out and pick up a raffle ticket for that signed shirt from this season. So it should be a great stream tonight, guys. Rounding up, we're coming out of the Belgium-Canada game. We also had Spain absolutely destroy Costa Rica. We had the Japan upset of the day, which I think put a smile on everyone's face, you know. As much as Japan are the upset here, you know, in beating Germany, like, for most of us, we're not really we're not too surprised by it. We know all the players, we know who they all are. We've seen them all play for the last, like, I don't know how many months, but, you know, in years in some cases. So, yeah, great result for the Japanese, won the Blue Samurai. And this morning, honestly, like, I watched it in the house, and Jesus, man, I could have just stayed in bed, man. Morocco, Croatia, bore fest, a couple of chances, some interesting things with some of the individuals involved, but, you know, like, hey, it was a crap game, and there's been like 3 or 4 crap games, but every day we do seem to have one that pops off with a headline, and, you know, it feels like today, I guess we had 2. So, yeah, looking forward to catching up with you guys and seeing exactly what you are saying to it as well as all that other good stuff. Yeah. So, where to start? Well, we start with the Boar. We'll start with the Boar Fest first of all, right? Because quite simply, the Morocco Croatia game 0-0 was. I billed it in my little preview thing as the battle of the right backs. Juranovic came out with a 51. Hakimi came out with an 83. Would you believe? And Mazraoui, playing at left back, came out with a 62. He also left the pitch injured as well. So 0-0 draw. Neither team. Ziyech looked absent. When En-Nesyri came off, I thought he was coming on. Like, I didn't see him at all in the match whatsoever. Buffal I thought was terrible. And I don't know where Hakimi get 83 points from, but hey-ho. Saiss, Aguerd, Bono did what they were asked of when they were called upon, but it was a very forgettable match, to be quite honest. Vlasic and Kramaric, I thought early doors, Croatia could have got 2 or 3 goals between them two, and even Perisic had a good one from distance. But as it got into the second half and as the game wore on, like, Croatia just lost threat. You know, the subs really didn't improve them. I was quite excited to see Lovre Majer at the World Cup, you know. I was quite excited to see Pasalic. He's normally quite good for Croatia. Orsic and Lavaja, quite familiar with both those guys as well. And they're normally actually quite effective for Croatia. But it did feel like the subs made the team weaker. And it was more and more of a focus on the defence, you know. Lovren, the big player coming out of this game with an 89-pointer, followed closely behind him, Guardiola on 70, Livakovic, one of the most popular goalkeeper picks for the Global Cup, brings in a 71-pointer. And for the Celtic competition, Juranovic is the number 1 Celtic card, so I'm expecting to find a Juranovic card high up in the Global Cup 3001 leaderboard. And yeah, I think looking at the Morocco team, the injuries really kill their depth, and it kind of kills the quality in the best 11 as well. But Croatia will definitely leave this match feeling like it's 2 points dropped. 5 shots versus 8. It looks like 1 big chance for Croatia. 2 shots on target apiece. Pass accuracy is kind of where you expect it to be at. And corners 5-0. Excuse me, to Croatia. But yeah, that's the top 5 scorers from the game as well. Bono breaking into there as well with a 70-point clean sheet, which is nice for him. But I think all the main talking points from today, for the most part of social media and everything, was Japan versus Germany. Now, we were all blown away by Daisen Maeda starting this game, I think, weren't we? That how could they start Daisen? How could Daisen Maeda get called into the team ahead of Kyogo? Never mind ahead of Kyogo and Rio. But hey, and you know, the tactics from Japan today, and my good friends at the Sorare Odyssey love to trash the Japan manager, but He played a masterclass today. Now, Junya Ito and Kubo and Kamada are definitely best 11 players for Japan, don't get me wrong, right? But starting with Maeda and Kubo come off at half-time, right? But Doan improved from Kubo, and then Asano, when he came on for Maeda, it really felt, and then Minamino and Mitoma coming in later on in that half, it really did feel like they went into the best 11 for the final portion of the game when they got their goals and actually got the game across the line. So it felt like a real tactical masterclass from the manager. I think he's done very well and we're quite fortunate to find his team in the position they were in at said time to execute said tactics, you know, because like you can see here, they go 1-0 up in the first half with that penalty. They had, did they have a couple of chances? Yeah, they sniffed around a bit, but no clear-cut opportunities really for Germany. And then the subs come in. The tempo from Japan is relentless. Like, Neuer didn't have an easy pass all game. None of the defence, none of them had an easy pass the entire match. And when you get into the sharp end of a game, when you're bringing on potentially better forwards, executing the exact same plan of that high tempo, Japan counter-attack and just, you know, Maeda very unlucky not to get on the score sheet himself in the first half, of course. In Japan, very worthy winners. You know, headlines will be made, I guess, from the goal scorers primarily. Asano's finished, Doan's finished. Both of them are very good. But yeah, we'll look forward to see how Japan get on against Costa Rica, because now Japan are in real control in this group, perhaps looking to get 6 points. And then Germany, like, they've got it all to do against Spain in the next game, I think. So yeah, huge game for implications in the World Cup, the Global Cup, and, you know, upsetting and defying the odds. Kimmich still brings in a 61. Schlotterbeck does a 62. And Hendo was saying to me, I totally agree with him, Schlotterbeck was great bang for bucket, 11 coins going into this Global Cup. But David Raum, for me, was also a headline maker. The only left back for Germany is going to be a big part of all their wide attacking play, and that was there. He won the penalty today. And he was on 100. I got the notification from Sorare Data saying David Raum has scored 100, and then I looked up at the screen and Japan made it 1 each. So that was clean sheet, gone. Goal conceded, added on top for good measure. And yeah, but he still brought in a 90-pointer, which was fantastic, really. And when you look at the top 5 scorers, David Raum and Gundogan actually reign supreme in Japan. Just, it was a very good tactical display, taking their chances when they came. Schlotterbeck and Kimmich complete the top 5. In terms of statistics, what did we have? 1 big chance for Japan, 3 for Germany. Possession stats, wow, look at this, man. It's so one-sided. But it's the Japan game plan, and hey, it paid off, you know, so fair play to them. And it's not quite as big of a shock as the Saudi Arabia game, because Saudi Arabia have got no football and pedigree whatsoever, whereas this Japan team, they are littered across Europe, literally, you know. But then we moved on to what felt like the main football feast of the World Cup to this point. I thought France did exceptional, and there was another team that did impress me so far, but it's escaping me who. But this was, maybe England. This was absolute masterclass tiki-taka, death by 1,000 paper cuts from Spain. 7-0, could have been 20, it really could have. Asensio, Ferran Torres get 2 goals. Carlos Soler came off the bench to get a goal. Jordi Alba, old gold. Me and Tony were talking about it on Twitter. 100 points for him, man. Fantastic performance from him. And he was even expected to start this World Cup. Jose Gaya was looking to be the number 1 left back, gets injured, is out the team. And even Alex Balde, when he came on for Alba later in the match, he threatened as well. And this Spain team is really, with the likes of Busquets, Azpilicueta, Koke's on the bench here, and even Morata and Jordi Alba, they've got a lovely blend of old generation and new generation, because Nico Williams, Alex Balde, never mind the guys that started, Gavi, Pedri, Asensio, Olmo, Ferran Torres, Unai Simon, totally new generation players. And it looks, you know, I know this is Costa Rica, it's one of the easiest games they're going to get, right? The easiest game they're going to get. But 7-0, no mistaking about it. Spain have arrived and they know what they're doing, they know what they're about. And, you know, they're here to go far, no two ways about that. And then this game, like, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I was actually looking forward to this quite a lot, because I know a fair amount of the Canadian players. We all know the Belgians, of course, and we expect, after some of the scores that we've seen, Kimmich, Bellingham, De Jong, all these guys, we're waiting to see KDB, of course. Well, me and you guys, I've been seeing the live chat popping off. I'll come to you, don't worry. We were waiting for KDB to show up, and he's just under the 50-point mark, just like my Van Dijk. So what we're going to be looking at in match day 2 of the Global Cup is how many guys repeat. How many guys repeat their score, you know? So maybe these scores, if this is the worst score of the group for Van Dijk and for De Bruyne, maybe this is okay. But, you know, time will tell on how the new additions work when the rewards come out, etc., as well as just performances across the group stages. How many players hit 3 big scores? That is going to become the crucial thing as the overall leaderboard charges on. Batshuayi with a goal. Thought he took it exceptionally well, and I only caught it at half a glance, and when I seen the ball that he landed on, I was like, that's a De Bruyne assist. No, that has to be. Who has played that pass other than Kevin De Bruyne? But it was Toby. And if you watch it, like, he goes to play a short pass, and then it's like almost like he sees it, his spidey senses go off, you know, and he goes, hold on a second, and then he just readjusts and goes, boom, route one. And Batshuayi, Batman himself, loved it. Put it away with aplomb, and Courtois on a 91 pointer has stormed the goalkeeper leaderboards. Clean sheet, pen save, double decisive for him, and it's just, you know, top end Courtois that we're getting these days at Real Madrid and now at Belgium. So huge scores from him. Then Donker on a 62 does surprise and does catch the eye here as well. Eustachio did really impress as well. He brought in a 62 pointer with a double. So he picked up 2 tackles, 1 interception, 2 positive duels, and then a good amount of passing for a Canada team that, and penalty area entries and attempted assists and stuff, you know. So for a team that no one really fancied coming into it, man, the stats were all in Canada's favour, and you've really got to say, with, you know, letting Alphonso Davies take the penalty, and then some of the other chances that they didn't quite put away, it was Canada's game thrown away, basically. Courtois is the hero. Alderweireld, Old Gold also joining the Alba club there. Batshuayi, Eustachio and Dendoncker complete the best 5 performers from this match. And yeah, Canada are going to be coming... Now, Canada should beat Costa Rica quite comprehensively, but with Japan beating Germany... sorry, I'm getting my groups crossed. Ignore me. Belgium and Croatia and Morocco are the same group, aren't they? So Canada will actually, in my opinion, probably look at that Croatia-Morocco game and think, we've got a chance against both of them. So... you know, it's still all to be done for Canada, you know. They'll come out of this game really feeling like, damn, we're here, man. We are of the level. Let's go into the next 2 games. We've got nothing to lose, and let's make up for lost time. And I'm quite excited to see how Canada do overall. I'm actually just aware on this over here, which nobody's watching anyway. We've not had the stats up, but yeah, there we go. So... let me catch up with you guys in the live chat. Let's see what you guys are saying to it. So Jamie, fist bump, good to see you. Of course, De Bruyne drops a disaster class after I draft him. Score, fist bump, good to see you. Sorare Malta, good evening. KDB, RIP. Yeah, feels like it. Tom Clark, fist bump, needed that De Bruyne disaster class to have any chance at top 5,000. Well, I'm glad this worked out well for you, Tom. Roll Slevin, fist bump, good to see you. Gareth Hughes, Timber DNP, then a De Bruyne stinker has killed you. It looks like... Sorare Malta finished on 355 points. Not sure will be enough for a T1. I'm yet to look at the leaderboard. I guess we'll come to that. But yeah, let's hope so, because I don't think I'm going to do much better. I think that's all my players ran now, in fact. Tom Clark, 380 points. Do you think I get a star comment? Let's have a look at that. Boarfest was lovely from Alivakovic. Yeah, I suppose it would be, Jamie. And hats off to you and fist bump. Thanks for joining us. Pablo Bro, fist bump. Good to see you. You did predict the draw. I did. I predicted the draw somewhere, didn't I? Morocco, Croatia. I did. Hey, I got 2 kind of right today. I think I said 6-0 for Spain, ended up in 7. And I did say 2-1 in Japan, Germany, but it was just also the wrong way round. So yeah. So thanks, Pablo Bro, for catching me on the predictions. I love that. Score, and all the predictions have been going out in like short form content across every platform at Quinny3001. Follow me, whatever social media you're on, please, and then like and share and bookmark and favourite and whatever else goes on in these places. I have 322 with Militao still to play. Tom Rosema. That sounds like a potentially really strong team you've got. Stocky Scott, fist bump, and Tom, fist bump to you, of course. Stocky Scott, Havertz should have stayed onside for his goal and it's game over. Yeah. Havertz, and again, well, you can maybe say the same thing about Maeda. If Maeda gets that goal and makes it 1 each, like, it's a whole sliding door situation there from top to bottom. But yeah, Havertz, I was surprised. I was quite surprised that Havertz started, because for me, like, looking at the Germany team, like, Havertz and Gnabry for me were big surprises. I would have expected to. I wouldn't have been surprised to see Fulkrug or Götze start in the centre forward position, but I definitely expected to see Sané start on the left. I wouldn't have been surprised if Adeyemi had also started centrally. Because he did really well. And again, like a big part of this team, I say a big part, it's like Sula, Schlotterbeck. Musiala, I think, also played in the German under-21 team that won the Euros, or was it? I know Wirtz played in it. I'm not sure if Musiala did, in fact, but there's enough of that team that did play in that tournament that I'm surprised. You know, I wouldn't have been surprised if Adeyemi had started. I don't think Havertz necessarily covered himself in glory, and because Germany are really on the back foot after this loss, like they do need to mix things up a bit. The next match is Spain, you know, so they really need to take their chances. I think Muller will stay in situ. I think Musiala is just too good to drop, like in just general form. Gundogan and Kimmich were generally flawless in doing their job. Maybe Goretzka comes into attacking midfield and Muller gets pushed up. Maybe Sané does come in. I could see that happening as well. But I think Germany actually raised a lot of question marks after this match. And if you have some German cards, I'm not envious of you. Alba was 85% to start on Sorare Sharper, or play Sharper, once Gaia injury was confirmed, says Sorare Josh. Fist bump, great catch to you. Felt like watching the Saudi-Argentina game with the Japan. It did, you know, it was a real upset as well. But I feel like I said earlier, like Japan, we know they've got some pedigree. With, you know, they're bringing some prestige and some up-and-coming talent into this tournament at all levels of European football, you know. I wanted to go Alba, but he wasn't predicted in the lineup. Ouch. Oh no, someday there's a conversation going on there. KDB getting a 50 is criminal. Awful game, says Hendo. Fist bump, thanks for joining us. I agree completely. He should have done better. Sané was injured, I heard. Oh, was he? Okay, fair enough. Schlotterbeck was only 9 points. Only 9? Ooh. But again, that Germany defence, there was lots of question marks going into it, going into the tournament, and that's why he was probably priced around there, because you would expect, there was even rumours of Kimmich playing right back and stuff, you know, it wasn't but great picks for anyone that's picked them. Huge differentials with fantastic point implications for the leaderboards. Now, speaking of leaderboards, before we get there, I want to have a look at the impact players again, like we've did every one of these kind of match day summary videos that we've done, and I just want to see kind of the lay of the land. Now, we've unfortunately still not got a filter for the Global Cup on Sorare data in the Game Week Centre. But hey ho, it is what it is. They do a fantastic job, and we're not going to get on at them. Courtois has shot up to be the #1 goalkeeper from match day 1 of the World Cup. He is on 91.8 points, double decisive like we mentioned. He knocks off Noppert, who's now sitting in second on 82 points. Ochoa in third on 80 with his penalty save against Lewandowski, and then Kasper Schmeichel in fourth. Wojciech Szczesny in fifth with 75 points. Huge implications for the leaderboard, but is Livakovic on 71, because the coin, the price of him was so widely taken advantage of, I'm sure, that he is going to be enabling a lot of captain cards that we've maybe seen bang big already that have been waiting for the goalkeeper to come through. So I think this leaderboard could be completely shaken up now. Bono on 70, Unai Simon 66 for Spain, Hernan Galindez is still rocking up there in 60, and then it's zeros basically. We're looking at the losers like Sadal, Matt Ryan, Keylor Navas is down here now, along with Edward Mendy. No, where's the Mendy keeper? Where's Mendy? We've lost Mendy. Oh, there he's there. Edward Mendy on 19 points as well. Sorry, I lost him there for a second. So yeah. And then when we get to defenders, right, so how many defender cards did we have actually impact today? So we already had Tio on 100. Jordi Alba joins him. Actually overtakes Upamecano by 0.4 points. So joint top is Jordi Alba and Tio Hernandez. In second position is Upamecano. Third is Preciado. Getting into the top 5 or top 4, Toby Alderweireld 93, David Rom 90, and then guys, we're still getting some huge competitors. Lovren 89, Hakimi 83, Harry Maguire 82, Simon Kjaer 78. Some huge performers, a lot of differential pieces here. Andres Christensen was widely picked as well, 74 points. Aymeric Laporte 72, Guardiola 70. Huge players that were probably picked quite a lot, bringing in very powerful scores. As Palaqueta even on a 68 here. Otamendi 63, Aguerd 63, and then we're getting into the likes of Luke Shaw and Timothy Ream and whatever. Timothy Ream? Yeah, Timothy Ream. So yeah, defense, it feels like there's a lot of differential picks coming out to the fore here. And like I said, guys, in all the build-up and all the content for the Sorare Global Cup, is the defense was always going to be the key for me for doing well, because picking high-scoring defenders in this tournament was always going to be super tricky. And in match day 1, it has proved to be the case thus far. The number 1 midfielder at the World Cup right now is Adrien Rabiot on 99 points. Jude Bellingham is currently in second on 94. Third is Frankie de Jong on 89. We're then finishing a top 5 out with Bukayo Saka on 85 and Ilkay Gundogan, the loser today, the penalty scorer, on 82 points. We're then also seeing loser Leandro Paredes on an 81, Dani Olmo 78, Gavi 77, Grealish 74. And then Carlos Soler off the bench for a 70, as well as getting into the kind of top 10 mix here. Soler outperforms Tchouameni, outperforms Klaassen, Busquets, Pedri, Tyler Adams. Great result from the bench for him. Eustáquio gets an honourable mention up in amongst this, overtaking Kimmich. Huge performance, and De Bruyne, of course, as well by default. So yeah, very interesting midfield stacking going on now. And in the forward positions, I don't think anyone really destroyed and would have really yet. Enner Valencia still reigns supreme as the top forward pick at the tournament thus far. Antoine Griezmann in second, Messi third. Fourth, tied, I'm going to say, is Taremi and Kane. And then in fifth, we're getting Ousmane Dembele. So yeah, a bit of French dominance in the attacking positions, because right after Gakpo, we get Mbappe. Then we're seeing the likes of Raheem Sterling and Alvaro Morata, Christian Pulisic and Ferran Torres all hovering around the 75-point mark, followed closely by Giroud, Matt Leckie, Gareth Bale, Timo Weah, Ritsu Dohan, the hero from today, Craig Goodwin, the goal scorer for Australia, Marco Asensio, Marcus Rashford, Batman, Michy Batshuayi, and then yeah, we get into the kind of just the general runners and riders, along with Takuma Asano, one of the matchday heroes there for Japan. So it doesn't feel like the forward category has been as widely shaken up as what we've seen at the end of even the matches yesterday. If you want to play along with this fantasy football, the link is in the bio. The link is in the description. You can play. It's free of charge. Just hit the link. You get the draft right away. It takes 2 minutes. And the best placed Celtic team, that's the reason I'm saying this, the best placed Celtic team on each match day of the Global Cup gets a ticket. At the end of the group stages, there'll be free tickets. And I'm going to pull a raffle out. The winner of that gets the signed Celtic shirt from this season by the entire squad. So if you've not entered, you've missed match day 1, the ticket's going to go to somebody. But match day 2 and 3 are still to be ran. So pick your team, get your best Celtic player you can, and score as high as you can in my private league, and you'll be in the mix with that. There's plenty of other prizes as well, but that is a group stage competition, and it's important you know about the ones that are going on at the moment. So when we look at the actual, what we'll do is we'll have a look at the Global Cup 3001, right? So that's my private league, right? So we've got just over 2,000 entrants, which I think is a decent amount. And earlier today, so I'm gonna just kind of cherry pick some teams, and I'm looking to find, because I've already looked through the top 50. It took me to get to like the 58th position or something to find Hendo with the Juranovic card, and he was like the highest place. So I'll do this before I obviously announce the winner. I'll do it correctly, of course, but I'm just gonna have a quick kind of scan and dive through. Now that Belgium have played, maybe there was some players that were kind of tied up in a stack or something, you know, but Hendo was on like 300 odd points. He was in 58th position. Yeah, we're getting Rudigers and stuff. So, interesting picks here. Oh, wow, that was a nice looking team. Was that Dot and Hydra? Some really nice looking teams in my private league. But yeah, I think maybe Hendo's maybe slipped down now. So let's have a peek. Nathan Ake, Rabiot. If any of you know where you're positioned, you think you might be up and amongst it, the top positions with a Celtic player, like Juranovic or Maeda potentially. I don't think anyone did play Maeda. I don't blame you. Hoops winners, maybe? No. Hendo can't be too far. Let's see this guy. Gabriel Jesus still to run. Oh, man, look at this team. This guy's on 360 points with Jesus still to run. Oh, wow. Random guy in my private league. You've got a great team, pal. Good luck to you. Sean Connolly, you must have a Celtic player. Nope. Ryan Mick, 1998. Nope. PSU fans. Nope. Ross Dupree's? Nope. Interesting picks here on some of these ones, eh? Alice Angels, I've seen him before. Yeah, Spectre, maybe. No. See, guys, man, high placing team with a Celtic card. Sorare Malta. No. Brian Wash. JWJ Moore. No. Callum 1998. Nope. Right, last page, and then I'm going to give up. I kind of wanted to see Hendo because I suspected it's him. I still suspect it might be him. But even if I could find another one. No. I'll come back and I'll do it properly. But yeah, it's not going to take many points to win this because of just how poorly the Celtic cards scored this game week, you know. But in the Global Cup overall, guys, we're going to look at the top 20 teams. What points do they have? Where the hell's the leaderboard? Am I tripping? This is just the prize pool. I don't want to see just the prize pool. I want to see the leaderboard. Where the heck? Am I losing my marbles here? Oh, I'm in the wrong match day. Of course I'm losing my marbles. Leaderboard, there we go. And we're going to look at the top 20. So we'll go to page 1. Don't want to look at anything. I'm not looking. Right, cool. So in 20th position now, we've got Jondal. This is a new name to us. He had Kurt. Oh my God, man. Look at that top 4. This guy's 20th. Look at that top 4. Courtois, 92 points. Toby, 94. Jude, 95. Captain Messi for 82. And then, Raheem Sterling on 75. He's on 453 points. That is jigger. Les Vas, Bellingham, Courtois, Theo. Captain Messi as well, but he's got too many. So the Theo Hernandez pick there is what separates him from the last one. Hedy, MVP, is in 18th, and he's got, wow, some amazing picks. Rabiot, Courtois, Kane, Toby, and Mbappe captain. Lovely. Omar KNR, and again, he's got the best defender. He's got the best goalkeeper. He's got the second best mid, and he's got 2 of the best forwards. I think almost a mid card as well. So decent team there. Best goalkeeper, best defender, 2 of the best strikers, 1 of the best mids as well. Only 16th. I would have expected a team that contained that many of those players to be a bit higher up. Gakpo, Bellingham, De Jong, Jordi Alba, and Kasper Schmeichel is for Anas 422p in 15th position. Rassoplast here is 14th, and they've went with Courtois, Alderweireld, Rabiot, Captain Mbappe, and Messi. That's a phenomenal team, and it's only 14th. That's incredible. Milka 95. So we've got Courtois and Theo, De Jong, Messi, and Gakpo. Again, really strong team. I'm really excited to see who is actually now going to be top here. Boz Coulthard, this guy's on 458 points. The margin of difference between everyone now is super fine. Courtois 92, Alderweireld 94, Rabiot 99, and it's Messi and Mbappe again, just different captains. And then we get to Rico Z. Agobert Duck is the name of his club. The best goalkeeper, one of the best defenders, the best mid, one of the best forwards, and Messi is his captain, and he's got Mbappe. So he is up in 11th. Now we get to this top 10, guys. Everyone who we went through the 20 to 11th position. That's 453 points to 455. 5 points separates them all. And then when we flip up into 10th position, it's 558 points. So it's super, super tight. This guy's got the best keeper in Thibaut Courtois. He's got one of the best defenders in Theo Hernandez. He's got De Jong. He's got Hakimi for an 84, along with Captain De Jong. Captain Gakpo, I beg your pardon. Edwin Vertman, top 10, 458 points. That's incredible. On 460 points, he picked the best goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. He picked the best defender, Theo Hernandez. Captained one of the best midfielders in Frankie de Jong, and he also had Hakimi for 84 points and Gakpo for 77. And is that 9th? So that guy was Job VDW. In 8th position, we've got Liam LNF, 3 points ahead. He's got the best goalkeeper. He's got the best defender. He's got the best midfielder. He's got Captain Messi, and then he's got Ousmane Dembele. I wonder who's going to beat him. Who is 0.7 points ahead of him? He's got the best goalkeeper. He's got the best defender. The best midfielder in Adrien Rabiot. Captain Messi. And then Mbappe, wow, what a team from 7th, which is Becca B in 7th position. On the same points as Becca B. We've got a points tie, guys. 464.58. It's Courtois. Is it the same team? Courtois, Alaba, Rabiot, Messi, Mbappe. Courtois, Alaba, Rabiot, Messi, Mbappe, Captain Messi. Yep, we must have... Yeah, we've got duplicates, so they will be split by their bench. We'll have a wee look at that if you want to. 4 points ahead of them. In 5th position is IDSDHH. He's picked Captain Gakpo, Jude Bellingham, Theo Hernandez, Thibaut Courtois, and Frenkie de Jong. This guy has nailed every position but the forward. So many forwards broke 80, and it would have made a huge difference. And I've got a feeling that is going to be the difference between this guy in 5th position on 468.96 points and 0.3 ahead of him. In 4th position is Ludo Feno FC. He's got Courtois, the best keeper, the best defender, Theo Hernandez, the best midfielder, Rabiot. He's also captained Messi. And who's his 5th man? To put him 0.3 points ahead of his nearest competitor, Harry Kane, for 80 points. Huge. In 3rd position, we've got Francesco Bertin. Now, Francesco is only... Oh, he's on the exact same points. Is it the same team again? Oh, it is. It's the same team again. So we're going to have 2 bench plays come in. One is going to affect the podium. We'll definitely have a look at that one. In 2nd position, now this guy is virtually a clean 5 points ahead of 3rd, 4th tie. He's got De Jong at 90, Captain Messi, Bellingham at 95, Courtois for 92, and who else does he have? Alaba for 100. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 2nd and 3rd best midfielder, best defender, best goalkeeper. And what is Messi for forward? 3rd best forward in Messi. Wow, huge play from Ivan Gil, 2201, or Ivan Heel. But a clean 4.3 points ahead of him. This guy's got the most crypto icon I've seen on Sorare. It is Joya Crypto FR, and he is on 478 points. And wouldn't you believe it, he's got Rabiot, he's got Captain Messi, he's got De Jong, he's got Courtois. Who is the 5th man? Who makes this team number 1? Theo Hernandez. So he has the best keeper, the best defender, the best mid, the 3rd best mid, and the 3rd best striker as his captain. Wow, what a score. 478 points, and it's going to take a lot to overcome that, guys. Tomorrow, we don't have much on, I think, can challenge this. Brazil play Serbia. I don't think that's going to be... Maybe 1 or 2 guys can come out with a huge SO5 score, but I don't think it's going to be a rout, you know. Portugal, Ghana, I think is going to be very similar to Morocco, Croatia, as I sit and talk to you now. Uruguay, Korea could be bored. I don't know what could happen. What I think tomorrow is going to be the big surprise, the big shock, is Switzerland are going to destroy Cameroon. That's what's going to happen. So if you've got Swiss players, there might be a few Swiss ones that really come in. And if you've got some of these teams that we are seeing on the podium, you've got some of these teams that look just like yours, but maybe you've got a Swiss player to run. If I was you, man, I'd be going to bed tonight feeling good about my chances, because I think Switzerland are going to really do a number on Cameroon. And then we'll go into the last games of match day 1. With I think we know the main runners and riders, the real heroes and zeros. Dan Ladd on the bench, not doing people any favours. Where the Callum you just clicked on had Juranovic. Oh, did he? Oh, the Callum guy had Juranovic. Okay, I can go back and check that. He was quite high up, wasn't he? So let's find the Callum guy. He had Juranovic. She said, oh, am I a tube or am I a tube? I think he was quite high up, wasn't he? Was he maybe around the top 50 or something? There's a guy called Jimmy. Let's just try and click again randomly. I'll put the page back on so you can see it. But I'll try and find Callum. If he had Juranovic. So that was Jimmy. Callum. Let's try Josh. Nope. Richmond T. Nice, good Van Dijk. Bankier, rich dad, love it. Love it. Calm. I was just clicking Harry boy. Oh, he's got Bale. Dan Will. Oh, Luke Shaw. Hoops winners. Was it him? No, it's Borna Sosa. He has. I hope that is that maybe what he's fought. I don't know. Ross Dupree's. That name rings a bell. Why don't I think I know that? Why is that familiar? Ross Dupree's. Sean. Is that who we fought? No. I'll check one more page. Dandy. Dave the Rave. Love it. Nope. Where was this Callum guy? Was it Callum? JWJ Moore. Brian. Oh, it's Guardiola he's got. Callum. He's got Juranovic. He is in, 96th position, Beans FC. So I'll be looking to see if anyone's beat him, basically, as it stands. Rodrigo De Paul for 40. Captain Mbappe's got Messi too. And he's got Courtois in goals. 355 points. This guy looks to be maybe the number one at the moment. Callum's Beans in 96th position. So good luck to you. Right next to Sorare Malta, funnily enough. What about this guy? He's got a Goku kit. Just thought I'd check. In case we're both Goku fans together. Maybe not. But yeah, I've had a really eventful day, guys. I've really enjoyed doing the live stream with you. I hope you've had fun. He was about 100th. Yeah, we've got it. Jamie thinks that Neymar's got a good shot of 100. Yeah, João Cancelo maybe does as well. Good shout from Tom Clark there also. But yeah, I'm looking forward to catching the action tomorrow. Make sure to stay tuned to the channel. If you find me, you see me anywhere, guys, like, subscribe, share, retweet, comment, thumbs up, whatever, man. It does a lot to help me out. You've got no idea. Thanks very much. I hope you've had a great time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.